Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm so excited today because I'm going to do an old-fashioned planner setup. I haven't done one of these in about 3 million years, so I'm super excited to do it. I unboxed this gorgeous Aura Estelle planner on my YouTube channel just recently. And now I want to set it up with all the pretty things and talk you through what I want to use this planner for as well. So what I've done is pulled together a bunch of stuff, and I've laid it all around me here that I want to use in the planner. I've even made some new dashboards that I could potentially put in the shop. Just let me know what you think of them. I think they're super cute. They're not photos. This is clip art that I've always been in love with and decided to take the plunge and purchase. So I've got that. I've got papers, all sorts of things here, and I'm going to dive in and set it up. Now, I didn't actually have the planner out when I chose my colors, but I'm pretty, oh my goodness, this planner is so pretty. I'm pretty sure I've chosen colors that will match in here very nicely. So I'll put the planner just to the side for the moment, and I'll pull out all the papers that I have. So I have this piece of acetate from GP Studio, and when I've taken it out of the packaging, discovered that the corner's cut off, which is a little disappointing. That's brand new piece of acetate. So anyway, I only need B6 size, so that's okay. And this piece also came with it, and it's silver. The hardware on the planner is silver, so that works. The back is this kind of multicolored side, but I think I'm either going to use this on its own as the, you know, I like to put something to protect the rings here, and we have it on both sides in this case, like it's quite close. I don't know if we need it because we do have the strings, you know, the elastics, so it may not really be necessary, but regardless, how pretty is that against that planner? I just can't even. So I'll probably cut some of that down, and whether I put this behind it or not is the question. I'm actually thinking I might not, but I grabbed it just in case I wanted it. So there's that. I have, this is just the negative from the foil, but I foiled a couple of sheets in a new pattern that I probably will put in the shop, I think. And I've used the pale pink foil on this. So it's just a nice little kind of four leaf, almost filigree, I guess, kind of pattern, which I thought was very pretty. And I also have this bow one that I also thought was very pretty. So it'll be one of those acetates will go behind the pockets. Alright, so let me turn these over because I want to start at the top where I first printed. So these are the dashboards that I have made, and I just love how they've turned out. So you can see there's just these, they're called boho girls, and I've chosen a background color that I think matches the planner really nicely. It's a little cool toned pink, and this is cool toned pink but very cool toned, so this is just a little bit deeper, I guess more lilac than the planner is, but that is cool. I'm totally okay with that. So there's those two, and then these two, and finally these two. But what I've also done is made some vellums, and I'll put that down so we can see those on the white background. So here are the first two. If you think good design is expensive, you should look at the cost of bad design. Perfection is achieved not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. Leave it better than you found it. And simplicity is about subtracting the obvious and adding the meaningful. I just think those are beautiful. And then lastly, I have this one that says simplicity, wit, and good typography. And anyone who knows me knows that I love a good typography. And then just this patterned paper as well, just to fill in the space basically. And also it's very pretty. So I've washed it out a little so that it's quite muted. which is what I want because it will lay out over something else most likely. I've just noticed that this one does have some ink smudge on there, so I'm not sure if I'll reprint it. I probably will eventually, but I may not reprint it today. So what I have to do now is chop all these up and make sure they fit. So the planner is B6. Actually, let's grab it out and have a look. The planner is a B6 size, and I've not tried any inserts in there yet. So I just have some Kikki K B6 inserts here that I wanted to take a look and see how they fitted. So I might close that up just to see how that closes. And you can see it is the same size pretty much as the flight. Sorry, you can pretty much see that it's, well, it's the same height, but it is a little narrower than the flyleaf, but I do want the flyleaf to be longer. And then my dashboards are going to have tabs. I have some tabs here that I want to put on them. So this is Kikki K B6, which is different to US B6. So I've printed these to be a little bit bigger than 5 by 7, and there you can see the Kikki K paper over the top of that. Let me just line it up right with the edge of the Kikki K paper, and you can see, hopefully, so you can see it's just a little bit bigger all the way around. But given that this is my dashboard, I'm okay with that, my dividers, because I do want the dividers to stick out a little bit further than the inserts do. So I'll move the planner to the side. And I'm going to start chopping, I think. I'm just going to use my paper trimmer. I do have a new guillotine as well, but I'm still coming to terms with how to use it properly. So I'm just going to use my trimmer. It works well for me. Now this paper is photographic paper. It's photo paper, like a 256 GSM photo paper, which is super high quality, and it's what I use for my prints when I'm selling prints of my photography. So you know, I'm trying to decide, and maybe you guys can tell me what you think, but I'm trying to decide if I will put these in the shop, because this is not my photography, as I said, but I think they're beautiful and I think they will suit a lot of people. And I'm also thinking about maybe having some with some slightly different backgrounds rather than the pinky lilac, perhaps having some more neutral backgrounds, like the pale, like maybe even this this taupey colour here on these flowers, something like that as the background, which I think would be quite nice as well. I wanted the pink, of course, because that's who I am, and I think it matches the planner very nicely. So that's that. So let me know what you think about these dashboards, whether you think they might be popular or not. We can only see, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and chop all these down. You probably don't want to listen to me ramble on while I do that, so I'll either cut this out here or I'll fast forward, and we will be back with you once they're all chopped up. Okay, so I've cut all of the dashboards and I've cut all of the vellum as well, and I thought I would just show you the next part with the acetate. So what I want the acetate for, well, a couple of things, but one is, as I said, to go in this little section here, to hide, or protect, I should say, the rings, the fabric from, to protect this leather from the rings touching it. Now, it may not be a problem in this planner, as I said, because I've got the strings, and I'll probably have some kind of notebook there. In fact, you know what? I think I'm not going to worry about it, having said all that rubbish. So instead, what I will show you first then is some of these super cute washi cards that I've made. I'll just put that on something so you can see. So it's just a little flat lay of planner and a coffee and a croissant. So I think these are going to fit in here just perfectly. Yes, they are. And I'm going to, as I said, make, well, one of them's going to be a washi card. I thought I might just sit one in there empty, like blank as well. And then the other spot, I thought I might put some acetate. So whether I put this bow one, I think that's a bit too big. I think it's going to be the hearts because I'm obsessed with this acetate. I'll probably put that up there. So what I'll do now is just measure how wide that needs to be, and I think I'll just mark it with my Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen here. If I just line that up with the edge, I can just make a mark here that I want to cut on the inside of that. And I might just make it go down, say, to about there. Being careful not to actually mark the planner accidentally. Okay, where did my lid go? Alright, so, and I'm chopping it at this end that's already been torn or whatever. So I'll just make this cut here, and then there. I might use more later for the back, I'm just not sure yet. So I'll grab my planner. It will probably just sit in here like this. Oh, it's just a teeny bit too wide, I think, because of the stitching. So I'm just going to snip off a little bit on this side. And while I'm here, I'm going to round the top corners. In fact, I might as well do all four. I think that just adds a little something. So I'll put that in there. That fits perfectly now. Oh, and the colour is divine. So I can, of course, add something over that later if I wanted to. But for now, I think that's pretty good. And I'll pop this one in here, but we'll fill it up with washi later. And you'll see how that looks with the washi that we choose to put in here. Now, I have rounded the edges on the washi cards as well, and I always do that. I've been putting washi cards in some orders just as a freebie, so I might add those to the shop. I've had a few comments, people saying they really like them, so I might add those to the shop. We'll see. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe a piece of that, one of the acetates might look nice in here, and I wonder how this one will look. If I was to just cut this, it still keeps the pink of the planner, which is nice. But if that just sits in there, I think that's pretty. Let's do that. If we don't like it, we don't have to use it, but I'm going to try it out. So I just want to measure the planner, because it doesn't really need to go all the way to the rings, I don't think, because like I said, I could have a book there if I wanted to. So I think I just want it to sort of sit here, and I'll round the edge. So if I made that around 14 centimeters, so from here to here, like that'd be nice. And then we want to go pretty close to the top, so that's, let's do this properly. That's about, I'm going to do 18. I think 18 might be too long, but I don't want it to be too short. So 14 by 18 with this paper. Okay, so this trimmer has a way to measure. So I want it to be 14 across, which means I might just trim off the edge because my printer doesn't print all the way to the edge, so I'll just trim that off, even though it doesn't really matter. It's probably going to be tucked underneath anyway, but yeah, I can't help it. So 14 centimeters from that end is about there. And we want an 18 high, which maybe it's pretty close to that already. 21, yes. So I'll chop this end off. Oh no, they both need chopping, okay. So I'll just chop that there. And then I'll measure the 18 on this side. So we want it to be 18 centimeters. I'll chop that off there. Okay, so what I really like about this particular pattern is that it's kind of a little bit mimicked in this really pretty floral. That's it there, right? Exactly the same pattern. So I think it kind of fits nicely with the planner. So let's just try. I might round the corners first. I'm a bit of a rookie at setting up planners these days. I haven't done one in so long. I think the last one was my Rainbow Malala Fund planner, which I use for my one little word, which I have been quite slack with actually, the one little word. I need to spend some time on it. Alright, so he is just a teeny bit too tall. I mean, it's just flush with the top, but I think it will pop out. So I'm just going to chop off a little bit more. And I'm going to basically cut off the part that's rounded so that I can round it again. There we go. That's pretty cute. So it just gives a little protection to the leather there, so we don't, you know, it doesn't get too dirty or damaged. I'm very tempted to do it on this side, but I'm not going to. I do have the negative of this particular pattern, so this is what's left of the foil after the foil is bonded to the toner in the on the paper, on the acetate. And I wondered if it might fit in here just by accident. I actually didn't measure this. I just kind of made it. I was going to make it as a bookmark. And it is just a teeny bit too long. Although I've got a lot of excess acetate here. Yes, I'm using my fabric scissors to cut plastic. It's horrifying. If I put that there, let's see how that looks. A little bit of shine. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now, and I will decide if I like it or not later, I think. I'm not quite sure. Alright, I think we might get into the dashboards now. Okay, so time for the dashboards. So I just need to punch them. Now they're pretty much the same height as this Kikki K paper. I just have my punch that I normally use for my planners. And something that I usually do just to check that I'm cutting it, that I'm punching it directly in the center. It's pretty basic. I just measure from the edge of that little bit here, or the edge of the paper basically, to the end, to the edge of the punch, and just make sure that's the same at each end. So that's 1.5, or a little under 1.5. So then I just check the other end as well, and it's only 1.1, so I know that this is hanging out too far. So it's just a little bit of trial and error to get it right for the particular set of dashboards that I'm working on. But then once I've got that right, I don't move it, and we're all good each time. So now we're at 1.3, which I suspect is not going to be enough. 1.3, okay, I was wrong, that's enough. So now I just make sure that doesn't move. I make sure I'm on personal size, which I am, and I punch. Sometimes I think I should try and punch them all at once so that they're all super excellently, perfectly excellent. That's my technical term. But, you know, you have to trust yourself and know that you'll get it right. just do a quick check. There we go, all perfect. So I think these should be the same size because I use the same file to generate them. Yes, they are. And just make sure they're all facing the right way. And I think I can probably punch all of these at once. I'm not sure, I've never tried 6 pieces of vellum, but that worked. All right, so I haven't looked at these over a photograph yet, although I'm not sure if that's the way I'm going to do it. I'm thinking that these might get used as sort of intermediate dashboards. So I might add dividers, divided tabs to the tops of these to have them throughout the sections. So we should talk about what sections I'm going to have in the planner, but I'm not 100% certain I've got those mapped out yet in my head. We will do that together, I think, as part of this process. So I just want to see what they look like in the planner. I'm going to pop them in. Oh, it's so pretty. And if I just do up the planner, you can see them in there, plenty of room. They're going to just touch the pen, one of the pen loops, but these pen loops like can move, so I think that's totally fine. All right, I'll do all the pockets later. I kind of like to make sure I've got everything else sorted out first before I get to the pockets. Okay, I'm just trying something out here, so I thought I would pop in and show you. Here are the sections I want to have in this planner. So notes, agenda, which is going to be monthly and weekly, lists, projects. So lists, I have a ton of lists on my phone. Well, actually it's one list that just keeps growing. So I want to separate that out into sections lists, if you like. Projects for just things I want to work on, either around the house or in planners or whatever. And one for social media, and then one for personal. So, you know, health stuff and, you know, all those kinds of things. So that's 6 sections, and I have 6 dividers over here, which is good. Now, I had planned on using these really pretty tabs from Powder World, but there's only 4 of them, and I had a go at it and I messed it up. So they're just not really cut. Well, they are cut perfectly, but they don't fold the way I want them to fold to line the scallops up, and I don't know, I just made a bit of a mess. So in my agenda, I want to be able to separate monthly and weekly, and I want to be able to put a divider where my monthly, the current month and the current week are. So I grabbed one of these little cloud stickers from this set here, and I've just attached to the top, so it's still adhesive on the back, and I'm going to fix that in a minute. But I thought I could put this one where the current month is, and then have this one where the current week is. And there is another one of these same clouds that I thought I could just stick next to this one. So at the top of the planner then there'd be these 2 super cute little clouds poking out for where those 2 sections are. Now I don't need them to be super neat or anything, and I thought about using a different, you know, one. There is a pink cloud here. You can see these pink ones. I thought about using a different one, and maybe I will. It's pretty easy to peel these stickers off of vellum, but let me tell you, I knew this going in, but you can't peel it off of photo paper. So that's one of the dividers I've printed are on photo paper, and that's one of the disadvantages of photo paper, is that it's impossible to peel stickers or anything adhesive off of photo paper. It just does not work. So these 2 little dividers will stick out the top, and all I thought I would do is just grab some, grab this normal old typing paper, and I'm just going to fussy cut around it. So I thought I would just stick this on here like so, This is super basic, right? Really easy to do. Just going to cut that off. And then just fussy cut around this sticker. Nothing dramatic. I should actually get a small pair of scissors, and I will actually do that. So I'll just do the second one as well. And then I'll get some smaller scissors like a normal person and fussy cut these properly. Alright. I'll just get rid of the excess first. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this off here now with these much smaller scissors. And I think that will be good. Okay, so there's our first two section dividers. I think they're so cute. Let's pop them in. I might actually put some inserts in, so I'll just leave this bit of paper here so we can see what the list is, and we'll pop these in the planner. Alright, so I think that's the order that I want. I'm just going to put this divider in the front, and then just notes. So I have a pile of just Kikki K note paper here. I'll put that in the front. Then the second section is going to be our monthly and weeklies. So I have just Kikki K monthlies here, and I've got a blank page on the front because I do want to just stick that together. And then weeklies I'm going to do on my grid paper like I usually do. So let's put our divider in. I want to put the weekly here. So I need to add the monthly back at the beginning. Then our next divider is for lists, and I'm just going to use this lined paper again. And then we have projects. I might use grid paper for that. I actually need to get some more grid paper. And then social, which might also be grid paper because I love my grid paper. And then at the back I'll put personal, which we'll just put the lined paper in. And I think I've got too much in here, so I'm just going to move it over to this side. And just, there's a couple of sections that have a bit too much in them. Like this one's got a few too many sheets. Weekly, I kind of want to have a few, so I'll leave that. That looks pretty cute there. And then monthly, there are a lot here. Let's count this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, 1 year should be plenty. And I'm going to put our monthly divider here. And then at the front is our notes, which I'll leave that many in there. Alright, so if I just close this up now, you can see we have a pretty decent amount of stuff in there, and our cute little clouds poking out the top as well. Alright, so I wasn't doing anything with clips or anything yet, but I do have one thing that I wouldn't mind popping in because it goes with the other stuff, and it's this bookmark, which is also from the Powder World, and I just wanted to pop it in as well, whether it's on this front page just because it's so pretty, or maybe the first page of notes, whatever page of notes that I'm up to. And then that also sticks out the top really nicely, which is really pretty. So this is not laminated at all. This is you know, a laminated type of paper there, so it's fairly protected. It can get wrecked, I guess, but this planner's not going anywhere with me as far as I know. I'll probably plan a day, I suspect, but nowhere else. So it should be pretty safe. All right, I'm just going to tidy up these inserts. Oh, I've just actually seen some other inserts I wanted to put in here. So let's talk about those. Okay, so I have no labels on these, of course, as you can tell. And that is, I guess, a slight problem. I don't know. I don't know if I really need labels because you tend to sort of know where you're flipping to. I toyed with using my May Paper Co. Frosted ones over the top so that you could have the tab poking out, but May's frosted ones are actually personal wide. So let me just show you. I'm not sure if you can see that it's much narrower than the actual dashboard is, so that would only stick out the tiniest amount, and really what's the point? So I might have some other ideas on what I can do with that. In the meantime, let's talk about the inserts that I want to use for this personal section. I have these letter writing sets that I got in Singapore with my friend Wave, who I visited, and it's this character called Coco, who I adore, and they just had these really cute letter writing sets. So there's nice envelopes there. There's 3, I think. And then just these pages that are pretty close to B6. They're not quite, I'll have to cut them down a little, but if you can see there, they're quite close to B6, so I thought I'll just trim them down so I can fit them in here. I'll just make them a little bit smaller than 5x7. Also, while I'm here, I have this Small Notes Big Love note paper from Kiki K's Valentine's Day collection last year. So I thought maybe some of the lined paper out here I could also use. It's B6, right? So it's just take it out and punch it. There's nothing else to be done. Don't have to trim it or anything. But anyway, I'm going to trim down this paper to be a little under 5x7. So let's measure out 7 high. Brings us to there. So I just want to make it a little bit less, like 6 3/4. And then 5 wide, but I want to make it a little bit less. So I'm going to trim a little bit off both sides so that it's not too asymmetrical. My dividers are a little bit bigger than 5x7. They're 5.025, I think. So now you can see, actually I need to trim it even a little bit further. It's pretty good in the height wise, but I just need to bring it down a little on the side. Okay, so they're all trimmed down. Took me a little bit longer than I had hoped. And look, it's a little bit smaller than the other pages that the dividers are. So I'm just going to leave a teeny gap at the bottom of the punch. I don't think I need to be too fussy. Alright, that's pretty good. So let's pop these in the back of the planner, like so. They're pretty cute. I think they're not too wide. Nope, they aren't. That's good. So there we have our inserts. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I don't have a page lifter yet. I do have this flyleaf that I bought, which people usually put there, but I'm actually quite tempted to just put it at the back, just because it will serve as that page lifter kind of thing. I can just pull that whole thing together there, which does work quite nicely. So that is an option. Okay, so I've ruled out using these dividers because they're too skinny. I have all of these excess inserts that I can use to refill later when the time comes to update the planner. And I keep all of these in a big like stationery box that I got from Officeworks. So I'll leave those to the side. So with these, oh, there's an extra sheet there I missed. Oopsie. Alright, I'll do that later. With these letter sets, like I said, there were envelopes, but there were also some of these super cute little stickers. So I'm thinking maybe these could go in the planner as well. Maybe they'd be cute popped in here. They are pretty adorable. Shall I show you? So this is just Coco doing all sorts of little things. So with a birthday cake, giving flowers, celebrating, thank you. So it's kind of what you would put on a card in some cases, but others are just, like this one's crying, this one's peeking out behind a wall. It's a superhero. There's a dog and a bunny there. I could use that for Easter. You know, there's lots of different options there. There's 2 sheets of those, and then in the yellow one it came with these, which are similar kind of sentiments, but with the yellow theme rather than the red theme. So they could just poke out of the back of this, maybe just for now, for a bit of fun. And I'll probably make other pockets to go in here as well. So they could also live here in this secretarial pocket too, and then they wouldn't be quite so obtrusive, I guess. Alright, that's that. I do feel a little bit like a piece of acetate on the front of here would be good, because like I've said, this photo paper is not, you know, it probably should be laminated. It's not ideal to be inside your planner without something covering it up. So if I can just reach my acetate, could just sit over there. That's quite pretty. It's a bit busy, but let's cut it down and we'll see. So I just need a piece that's 5 by 7, or a little bit more than 5 by 7 wouldn't hurt. Alright, so 5 wide-ish by 7 is like that. And we'll just punch it. And pop it in the planner, like so. Alright, I feel better now that it's got some protection over the front of it. I may move that flyleaf back to the front, I'm not sure yet, but let's just go with that for now. Okay, I might just tidy some things up here and then see what else we have left to do. Okay, so I'm just going to flip through this Small Notes Big Love book and pull out some pages that might go in this planner. I love this one because it says Hey Cutie, but it's a bit too red. Okay, I think that one can work. And this one could work. Maybe that one. I don't want anything too... I don't want the red, I think. I'm going to avoid the red. I could use that one. And then we're back to the beginning again. So I might just pull out a few, maybe just 2 sets. Like so. I've torn the top of this one, but I'm not going to let that bother me too much. And I think I can punch all of these at once. Okay, so this could maybe go in like the list section, just for fun, to make something a bit different, or the notes even. Let's make it the lists. So that's the 3rd section. This is our monthly and weekly. So yeah, I think I'll replace this lists section with these. So just want to get the order right. Okay, it's coming together. And then I would use these now to separate out like the projects and the different types of lists, but potentially. So this first section is notes. Then we have our agenda, which has a monthly, a weekly, and then this is the lists section. So what I'll do is I'll pop one of these in here for lists, and I'll move it over and put another one in also for lists. So two different types of lists, let's say. And then I'll do the same again in the next tab, which is projects. So one at the front of the projects and then one halfway through. And if they're like, you know, important enough projects, or, you know, if I want to be able to get to it quickly, I'll either chuck a paper clip at the top or make another couple of these types of little dividers. I think that's just the simplest way for me to do that. Okay, I think I'm done in terms of that kind of stuff. I think what I want to do now is decorate. I've decided I want to take that out because I think I'm going to use some of these Powder World stickers to put in the planner just for deco. So I think it fits. I don't know, I haven't tried it. If it doesn't, I think I could trim it quite easily. Just wondering if I could pop that in there and just have the Be Mine stick out, or alternatively one of these and just have yeah, I think that's the way. Let's chop off a little bit off the top and bottom, just like I did with something earlier, and it fitted. I just really like that look. I don't know if I really need that tab hanging out though. I think maybe that detracts a little. I could turn it over and have it upside down. Let's see how that looks. Because once it's in there, you don't really know. Yeah, that's maybe not quite right. Okay, so I've also got some other bits and pieces here that I usually take around from planner to planner. I do really love this Wild Child Rainbow. Just not sure if it really fits, you know, I'm not quite sure if it fits. I've got this She Just Shines card from the GP Studio, which is really pretty. Maybe it's too big. Because you lose the you lose most of the pattern, I guess. She could pop out of there. She's pretty cute, maybe with a clip even, and that helps with this red here, so that's a possibility. And then I do have these as well, also from the Powder World. I'm just wondering how this one might fit. This is like a Paris themed set. I haven't really looked at these in ages. So we've just got these girls, and then these little Polaroids as well, like photographs with Paris there. I'm not sure if the color is too much different, I should say. You know, she could pop out there. Oh, I quite like this one that says love. That's very nice. That could just sit there. That's very pretty. And then there's this Polaroid one as well with the Eiffel Tower in the background, which could potentially sit there. I don't think I like that darkness though. I think I like this one because it has so much light to it. So that could just sit there. Let's see what kind of clips I have. I have 1,000 clips here. I mean, I'm not kidding. I've got so many in this pouch, and then I've got another little thing full of them as well. So I'm thinking this love one, but I'm not sure if it faces the right direction. These clips are from Hobby Hoppers, and I am obsessed. You probably know that already. The only thing is I have to clip this one from the left hand side, so it's got to come in that way, which doesn't work for that particular picture. So I need something else. I'm also a little bit scared of clipping onto this leather. These are always good, but they can mark up your planner a little bit as well. So let's just have a look at what it would look like if I was to pop that on there. Maybe even lie it down. That's pretty cute, but I'm a bit scared of it being so thick in the planner. So what I might just use is one of those big pink ones, those big plasticky ones. Let's see. Yeah, like these. Oh my gosh, I've got so many things. When you do something like this, you kind of realize just how much stuff you've got. And then you wonder why you keep collecting more stuff all the time. Is that just me? Alright, let's put this in here. Okay, that's fairly minimal. You can't, you know, it's not a huge amount of pinkness there. But what I can do is put something else over here as well, and then that clip would help clip it to it. So I do have these sticky notes. I absolutely adore these. Just trying to remember where they're from. I should know, I just can't quite remember. Yeah, I've forgotten. So they could potentially, some of them could go behind that, behind this little Paris thing. I don't want to put them all in because it's too thick, but just a few would work. Just take them from the back. I've got a couple of packs of these. Okay, don't love it, but don't hate it. So I'll leave it there for the moment and we'll see what we think. Okay, so one thing I do have that I absolutely love is this shaker pocket that says look to the stars. I've had this for absolutely years. I got it from Daddy V at Little Violet's shop. I adore it. It's been in a lot of planners and it usually just sits in a pocket somewhere. So it could just stick in here for now, just to somewhere to hold it and add a little bit of bright color there. And then the back is still empty, but I feel like I'll put stickers in here that will go with whatever setup I'm doing that week, because I do plan to do my old-fashioned, can you hardly wait? I can't wait. I can't wait to get back to doing my old-fashioned grid weekly layout using, you know, normal vertical sticker kits, most likely. Or maybe Hobonichi cousin kits. I'm not sure yet, but probably a mixture of both, I'd say. So yes, looking forward to that. I don't know if this is too pale to have here, but anyway, it's there for now. We'll see. So quite a minimal little setup, I guess, but that's okay. I think it's going to grow with me. I don't really want to put too much else in here, but I do want to put a couple of clips. You know, my old Simply Danny clips always make me happy. And I should have a planner girl here somewhere. Yeah, I have my very first planner girl, no, second planner girl, but her little bow has fallen off. But I do have another one here, I think. Yes, here she is. This is my first planner girl that I think, it might be the second one, I'm not sure. But anyway, I have these three gorgeous ones that I adore. And I also have this, it's gold, but I'm okay with it. This little crystal ball full of confetti. I just love it. So I'm going to put a couple of these in. So I think I'm going to go the pink planner haired girl. And I'll put her on the notes section, which has got that Kiki K paper in. So I'm just going to clip it to there. She can pop out there. And then maybe my personal section, just towards the back anyway. It's the back section anyway, so you don't really need to mark it off, but if I can just have that hanging off the bottom, I think that's pretty cute. Alright, let's talk pens. I have my Energel Cleaner pen. I seem to be just addicted to these pens and won't use anything else at the moment. So I have that pen that will fit nicely, hopefully, in there as my usual pen. And then for the second pen, I was going to use a mild liner, which I have here somewhere. Where did I put you? Oh my goodness, this desk is an absolute mess now. Just so much stuff everywhere. So I did have this pink brush mild liner that I was going to put in there, but then I found my little set of Uniball Signo pens here, and I thought maybe I would put the pink one of that in instead. I also have this three color pen. They're all different pinks, and there's this Maker pen which is also pink. That's actually a very nice pen. That's tempting. I'm going to go with the mild liner because I just want a pen that I can use to highlight with, and that's what it's for. So this has a highlighter end, like a brush end, sorry, and then the other end is the bullet tip. So let's just see if it fits in here as well. Yes, it does very easily. So there's our two pens. Okay, I'm pretty happy. Okay, so there we go. We have the planner all filled up. Let's have a look. I'm doing it up on the tightest setting without any problems, and everything seems to be sitting nicely with no drama. And when we open her up, we have this really pretty layout here with the beautiful clouds. I'm going to add washi to these well, to one of the washi cards at least, because why not? But I'll do that later, and I'll put pictures up on Instagram once it's finished. And I have this Powder World sheet of washi strips here. You can never have too much washi in your planner, and these are all very pretty. These are dots as well, so we've got dots plus washi strips in a few different thicknesses, which is pretty cute. And then just these little sticky notes here, and this little card, Paris card. I'm wondering if there's not enough contrast here behind this cloud to really show off that colour, so I may put something else there instead later. But for now, I'm happy with this as it is. And then on this side, we have our two pens in the two pen loops, which I think is awesome. And if I flip to the back, I've got my flyleaf here, which is acting as a page lifter with this cute little shaker in there, and then nothing in the back. I've just got my acetate there just to look pretty. A couple little stickers in here, but I think like what I said, I'll put the stickers that I'm using for that weekly kit, whatever weekly kit I'm using, I'll pop in here in case I want to use them throughout the week. Alright, let's do a quick flip of the planner itself. I know I don't have tab labels, but I think I'm okay with that. I can usually figure out where I'm going, but I might put some labels on. We'll see how we go. I'm just going to find ones that I like, or make ones that I like. So, first section is just a note section for quick notes. I take a lot of notes when I watch TV. Like, I'll think of something on YouTube, when I'm watching YouTube. I'll think of something that I want to write down, and it's nice to have that on paper so I can see it, because on the phone I often forget to go back to it. Second section is going to be the calendar section. So we have this little divider, if you like, for the whatever month we're up to, and I'm just going to glue these two pages together so that it's nice blank page before we head into the actual month. And then I've got another divider here for the weekly section, so I might even write weekly on here, or stickers together that says weekly, and that's my grid paper to do my old-fashioned grid weeklies. Then this third section is for lists, and I have another vellum divider here just in case I want to separate my lists out into different types of lists. And I have, that's okay. I've got another one here for a second type of lists, if you like. So maybe some will be stuff that I write down for work that I think of when I'm not at work, and the other one will be personal. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. Okay, this section is for projects, and I have this little divider here that is for some certain type of projects, and then I have another divider here, and there's grid paper in here for some other type of projects, just to separate things out if I wanted to, and I can add little tabs anywhere. And then this section is I can't remember, for social media. That's right, I want to sort of keep a better track of what's happening with social media, so I've just got a few pieces of grid paper in there. I might add some more actually to that section. And then this last section with this beautiful divider is for personal, and I've just put these fun letter pages in here because why not, for any personal stuff that I want to keep track of. And I've got the red and the yellow. So that's it so far. It never quite turns out the way I expect it to turn out when I'm doing these planner setups. I kind of have a bit of an idea, but things change, and yeah, I'm really happy with the colour scheme though. I really like the softness that this all gives, and I'm in love with these dividers. I just think they're beautiful. Let me know what you think of these, because like I said, I might add them to the shop if people like them. I've got them on glossy photo paper, so they do look really nice, but like I said, you have to be a little more careful with photo paper. You can't stick anything to it, hence I've got this piece of acetate over the top, which is beautifully pink foiled. Love, love, love. Okay, I think that's it from me. I'm going to stop this now. Gidget is getting restless. She would like to go out for a walk, I believe. Yes, she just gave me a look when I said that word. So I will have to do that. It's getting late. It's almost 5 p.m. So I think it's time to take her out. And yeah, then we'll, I'm going to take this to the couch and play, just do some stuff in here. I'll do a setup soon of the weekly and monthly sections. It's April 3rd today. So I can set up April in here, and also the first week I have to choose what kit I'm going to use. I've got a ton of old kits that I want to use up, so yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm even thinking about cutting my kits down so that they fit 7 days across the page, rather than having Saturday and Sunday separated, well, Saturday and Sunday combined onto one column. So I've seen a couple of people doing that in their Hobonichi weeks to cut down a EC sized kit to fit. So I'm not sure if I want to go that far, because it does, it does kind of work with Saturday and Sunday being together. But when it's a personal planner, you sort of do more stuff on the weekend, generally for personal stuff, than you do during the week, don't you? So it kind of makes sense to have Saturday and Sunday in full. So I'll work out how to do that. I've tried a number of options in the past, but seem to have always ended back with the Saturday and Sunday together in one column. So we'll see what happens. In the meantime, let me know what you think of this glorious little planner. Do you love it as much as I do? I think it's just stunning. I even had to paint my nails to match the colour of the planner, because how could I not? This rose quartz is just divine. So so happy to have it. All right, guys, I better stop talking. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm going to make a bit of an effort to dive into answering some comments tonight. So I mean, tonight is when I'm filming, not tonight when this is loaded up, but you know what I mean. So today's video was the unboxing of this planner, so I'm keen to see what you guys have thought of that. But then, yeah, this one will go up later in the week. I've got a ton of content that I want to get out soon, so stay tuned, lots of things coming. Hope you enjoyed. Stop waffling, Desley. All right, see you guys soon. Bye.